Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 20, Episode 2 of Joan of Arc, Time of Legends. We are playing the June 18th, 1429 Battle of Patay. We've got the John Talbot's retreating north with the remnants of the English army. And we've got reinforcements from France. And we've got John Talbot's archers hidden within the landscape. John Talbot's already been revealed. Let's jump into the next round. First round, we definitely saw two of our casualties already taken. Two bowmen are already moved into the infirmary. And the French have already done an initial move. Let's clear these pieces out. We will reveal the activation orders are 2 each. Again, somewhat conservative here. We'll reveal our war council. You can have a charge. Sure, so let's do a charge. Let's grab a charge and another activation. And we'll also grab a charge and another activation here. Okay, so I think we will jump right into the next round. Before we do, a quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontus Fathom Press. Check out our bookstore link down below. This is the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting our H.P. Lovecraft 6 volumes from August Moldenhauer and Giuseppe Balsamo, featuring books like Necromancy of Nyarlathotep and the Genealogy of Cthulhu. Go down to the bookstore. You can check out all of these great books. If you're a Lovecraft fan, definitely something for you. We've also got our tribute to Frank Herbert. There's the new Dune movie coming out, and for those lifelong Frank Herbert Dune fans, we've got Alchemy and Anthroposophy and the Dune Saga. This is a amazing book at looking at the influences of Frank Herbert, looking at his God Emperor of Dune. This is the 4th Dune book. If they ever make a movie of this, it'll be great. This is really the ethics of Frank Herbert. Just think of the idea of God Emperor of Dune is where Muad'Dib decides to, just become the emperor. Leto II, his son, as the God Emperor, takes on a much more tragic role and a much more conflicted role, a very complex role with the fate of humanity's future in his mind. So very fascinating stuff, looking into the origins of Jung. Check out the bookstore. You can check out our Patreon for as little as $1. Stay up abreast of our Song of Ice and Fire gameplay and miniature painting. We have a new series this year called Tabletop Miniature Makeover. We're going through all of our miniatures and looking to upgrade them. Let's take a look at maybe just this mounted knight here. And we got these actually based. They're not bad. They're pretty simple, but maybe we could do a touch-up of this. I'm going to have a poll out on the Patreon if you guys want to check it out. What we do is we review the miniatures that we already painted, and then we look for ones that are either need a little bit of touch-up or some that are just massively wonky looking, and we repaint them. So if you like and subscribe here, you can stay abreast of that. We're also playing Tainted Grail, a lot of miniature painting there. So go check it out. Thanks for your support. And like and subscribe to get notified for more content like this. Okay, let's jump into round number 2. Initiative goes back to the English player. So let's place, I'm going to play that charge order on these mounted knights here. Let's move those guys to charge in. I'm also going to try to flank here with 1, 2, let's put this here. I feel like I need to activate John Talbot. But let's just go through. Let's just get some archers on the board, and we'll bring these in to protect him. So yeah, first off, we can charge down to here with this, and we'll also move these into here. And we get to reveal these 3, so we get a bowman again. Another bowman gets placed. We get a blank, and we get a blank. So these are not helpful. So we'll move these all out. Place these back as there's no activation here, but this is good. We can start making some progress with this for sure. So let's have these bowmen go ahead and attack. They'll attack these mounted gentry. Actually, mounted knights here. Mounted knights. Mounted knights have a black defense versus 2 yellow. If any shields turn into a wound, so let's keep that in mind. So we get to do a wounded. So this one will move one of our French mounted knights sent off to the infirmary. Let's clear that out. Next up, we're going to do the charge. We've got, first up here charging is Ambrose. Oh no, so that's English. First up charging here, we've got not John Talbot, but Thomas de Scales. We've got our John Talbot here activated, and we've got mounted knights. So let's have them also attacking. Mounted knights versus our English vulgars. Gentry mounted knights go with French here. Okay, so our English will have mounted knights for 2 attacking. Let's have them attack the gentry mounted knights. Let's just have it fair that way. Mounted knights versus gentry mounted knights. They'd get a black defense versus 2 red. Mounted knights, gentry mounted knights. We get a gentry mounted knights sent off to the infirmary. Okay. And let's look at, next up, we'll have Thomas de Scales there. Thomas de Scales. He'll be attacking those halberdiers. So he rolls a red. They have a red and white. Let's see how he does. They're able to block his attack. Let's also have John Talbot. So John Talbot, the troops all gain a charge. John Talbot has a red and black. He's also going to attack those same kill and a push. And one of these vulgars are sent off to the infirmary. Here we go. Take a look at those. Alrighty. So that is our English attack. Let's go ahead and do our French attack. Let's have these mounted. Let's grab our activations. First of all, we're going to grab a charge. We'll place the charge for these and for these. We'll have them moving up. Actually, we can just do activate. We don't need charges because they are right there. Here. Let's move this up to here. This is here already. Move these up to here. And we'll do our first attacks with this. Mounted knights versus mounted knights. That will be 2 red versus a black. And these mounted knights are sent to the infirmary. Mounted knights sent to the infirmary. Next up, the halberdiers versus John Talbot. How about halberdiers versus John Talbot? He's got a black and no damage there. Next up, we have mounted knights, gentry mounted knights versus Thomas de Scales. So gentry mounted knights, red and black versus his black. Red and black versus his black. He is going to be sent to the infirmary. Okay, so in the infirmary, let's roll. We've got those mounted knights. Oh, they are slain. So the English mounted knights are dead. That's going to be a victory point already. Let's go through the rest. We've got mounted knights gentry. Oh, sorry, that was just stay in the wounded. We've got the bowmen. Bowmen are dead. We've got another bowman. Stay wounded. Another mounted knights for the French. They're waiting still into the Assyria. Thomas Sales. Rally. He gets to rally. Back to the rally point here. And lastly, the halberdier also get to rally for the French. Move back to this rally point. We'll clean up these tokens, and that's going to do it for round number 2. We'll see you in round number 3. Check it out. Talk to you guys in the next turn. Bye-bye.